Hey ladies, it's Marisha Murphy with the Momprenaire. I hope you're doing really well today. I actually wanted to come to you. I know over the past couple of days we talked a little bit about weather. Here in Houston it gets so hot, and I just moved here with my husband about 4.5 months ago, and we're from Orlando, we're still getting used to this dang hot weather here. Can't even believe how hot it gets. But today it got so hot that it actually started storming. Clouds rolled in. I'm not a meteorologist to know exactly what happens. Maybe there is someone here in our forums that is a meteorologist and can maybe answer out how exactly this happens. But I know, being from Orlando, and a place where we have afternoon storms every day because it's so hot, that storms happen in the midst of all of the heat that accumulates in a particular area. And I started to think about how that applies to our businesses. Because the reality is, I'm sure many of you have been there. I know my husband and I have definitely been there. We were so hot in our careers, going strong, had 2 wonderful incomes, and then about 2 years ago, my husband was let go from the mortgage industry, and I was in a job where I was working about 80 to 90 hours a week on average, and it was great, but then we found out, wow, we're pregnant. Oh, okay, and it was the most wonderful blessing in the world, but I knew I couldn't work 80 hours a week anymore, and my husband was doing everything in his power to gain more clients, using his passion of marketing, but was really struggling at that point. And we saw that as a 1.5-year storm. This is our largest storm that we've had since the beginning of our marriage, and it was definitely one that really shook us. We almost lost our house. We ended up on food stamps. We, were fighting a lot. We were struggling, and we were trying to do everything we could just to make an extra $1,000. I don't know if you've ever been there, or maybe you are there right now. But it did remind me today, in our storm today, that things can change in an instant. That business can change in an instant. We have to be prepared for that. One of the things that my husband and I did to prepare for that is that we constantly prayed, and then we also constantly tried to stop ourselves from getting into a negative downward slope. We would talk to people, we would find support through our friends, our families, our church. We would talk to each other, we would lift each other up, and we would make little notes to each other to cheer each other up, look at positive quotes, inspiring and motivating quotes, which is one of the main reasons I do what I do today, to inspire other women to take that step towards their dreams. We just did everything we could and planted seeds all over the place to let people know we are not going to be overcome by financial stress. So today I'm asking you, what in the midst of your storms do you do? What is one thing that you do or you can do to really impact the people around you and your life in particular to make it more positive in the midst of the storm? I really want you to think about that this week or today, and look forward to chatting with you more. Take care.